Okay. All right. Well, then maybe we'll go over a couple of the things. There's just only 2 things I really have written down. You guys may have to help me out a little, and
we can also not spoil Fallout 4.
I can't spoil Fallout 4. I haven't been playing it, so.
I have been, and I won't spoil it.
Good. I don't think I'd really mind being spoiled, but.
All I will say is, and this is just my thoughts on it without giving anything away.
Yeah.
I like some of the things they did with it, and I don't like some of the things they did with it.
I don't like that they removed the skills system.
I don't like how they removed the ability to pretty much be a bad guy.
Oh, really? Ow.
Yeah.
That was like one of the main points of it, is that you could actually be like the legitimate bad guy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so there's definitely some things that Fallout 3 holds over it. That's another thing. Fallout 3 and 4 take place at the same time.
Oh wow.
They do? I thought Fallout 4 took place 10 years after 3, so it took place a couple years after New Vegas.
I thought it takes place in 2277.
Don't look at me. I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever the Pip-Boy says the date is.
Well, no, my buddy looked it up yesterday. Yeah, Fallout 3 and 4 take place at the same time. New Vegas takes place, I think 10 years afterwards.
Ah.
So, but overall, despite all of its, quirks and whatnot and the changes they made, because they kind of tried to make it a lot like Mass Effect in a way.
Yeah.
I would
I've seen
highly
some of
recommend
that.
anyone to try it. I even got the Pip-Boy edition. I was lucky to get my hands on one.
How's that Pip-Boy feel in your arms?
I have big arms.
Your arm.
So it really is a tight fit. There's an inner strap inside to adjust it to your arm. I don't even use it. I tuck it inside and I just clamp it around my arm and it barely fits.
Oh boy.
Did you have an appropriate sized phone to go in there?
I actually don't have a smartphone right now, so right now it's just sitting on my dresser.
On your dresser.
What?
At least it looks pretty.
Oh my god, yeah, it's right next to my Nuka-Cola bottle and everything.
Yeah, we're talking about Fallout 4, and I haven't even done the intro yet. Hi, everybody!
Hi!
Well,
hello.
Welcome back.
I didn't know we were recording.
We've been recording probably for the last 5-10 minutes, actually. I'll keep some of this Fallout stuff in. Why not?
Okay.
Just
because Fallout's one of the best gaming series ever, other than Pokemon, maybe.
I don't know.
People still won't play Fallout 1 or 2.
I have played Fallout 1 and 2. Never beaten it because it was so hard.
They're good. If you really invest the time in them, I do enjoy them.
And my friends say that Fallout 2 is harder than Fallout 1, but honestly, I have an easier time with Fallout 2's combat system.
Yeah, it's all relative. It's just that, unless you really want to, I guess I wouldn't so much say spoil if you're not going to play the game, but, I mean, you can look up what happens in Fallout 1 and 2 and pretty much get the gist of it, but Fallout 1 especially has key plot elements that the other games reference. And some people, I know my sister who started with 3, as a lot of people did.
Yep, same for me.
She's like, who's the character, the Master? I'm like, play Fallout 1. I don't want to play Fallout 1. It's too weird. Well, then you don't know who the Master is. So finally, she didn't play, but she got her boyfriend to. She's like, honey, will you play Fallout 1 for me? She's like, okay. Then she asked him, who's the Master? And then she told her that, and he told her, so then she comes to me like, oh, I know who he is now. I'm like, you liar.
So, I have a question. From what I've seen, it looks like the super mutants in Fallout 4 seem to be the West Coast super mutants. Is that true, or are they still the same?
East Coast. They're dumb. They're
just not... Are they Vault 87 mutants, or are they different strains?
It seems to be, because that seems to be where all of them originate on the East Coast. The West Coast ones were directly from the Master's army. They're fairly more intelligent.
even the Generation 2 super mutants are more intelligent than the one on the East Coast. Except for Fox.
Wow. I'm learning so much about Fallout I didn't know and or care about. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Okay, we'll get back on onto the subject at hand. We can talk Fallout another time.
Well,
yes.
I mean, I have nothing really to add. I've only ever played Fallout 3 and only seen parts of Vegas. I haven't played it myself. But I played a fair chunk of 3, but I never finished it. But I know generally how it ends. I've seen the ending.
Fallout New Vegas happened to be the first game I ever pre-ordered.
Yeah, Fallout New Vegas really is an homage to Fallout 2 in a lot of ways. Because they take place in the same area, New Vegas does make a lot of hints towards Fallout 2, and not many at all towards 3.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't finished Fallout 3. I spent so much time just goofing around and roaming about and all the side missions and whatnot. I don't even waste my time with the main campaign a lot of the time. I'm just like, I'm just gonna go roam about, shoot at guys, and
that tends to happen because my uncle's been playing Fallout 4 for the past week. He hasn't even gotten to Diamond City yet. He's just been building. He's just been building like a mega house.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I just downloaded a mod, so there's no build limit. So I can just do whatever I want. And then I downloaded another mod so the fusion cores in my power armor never run out.
Ooh. So then you can run around as a Zaku all day long.
Pretty much, especially since
Can you paint yours to look like a Zaku?
There is a paint. There are paint schemes.
I'm going to make that a mod where you can just look like a Zaku.
Like, if you go into a third-person view and you look at the way you move and with the current paint schemes and whatnot, you look less like a Brotherhood of Steel soldier and more like a person out of Warhammer 40K, which I have no problem with because it's Warhammer's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a mod for that, just a paint mod, so that you could have different skins and make it look like you can either have it look like Federation mobile suits or like Xeon mobile suits. I think the Dom would be the easiest to do.
Dom and Zaku, because the armor looks pretty darn close to a Zaku itself.
Especially the T-56 or 51. It's the T-51B. I haven't seen what the T-60 looks like yet, I think, unless that's what they use in the trailers.
I don't know. But I'm getting a text message. Please talk amongst yourselves.
Let's see.
Oh, that's right. I need to turn mine off so that we don't get copyright.
I have to leave mine on for work purposes because I have my supervisors keeping me informed of what I have to do for tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, I know. I just have Aria of the Soul from Persona on here, and I don't want Atlas to shut down the podcast.
Oh. Well, I have a remix called Thomas the Tank Engine. It's just the Thomas the Tank Engine theme mixed with that little bit from Snoop Dogg's song where it just goes smoke weed every day. It's really obnoxious, and one of my coworkers heard it going off, and he's like, "What the hell is wrong with you?"
Oh my God. Have you guys seen the trailer for Zoolander 2?
I have, and I feel the same way about it as the second SLC Punk and the second Joker. I don't think it's a necessary sequel, but
I don't. But it looks funny.
I
especially because Justin Bieber dies.
At this point, Justin Bieber knows he sucks.
Hey, guys.
I think he knows that, and that's why he did that.
What's up?
I need to go downstairs for a sec. Because I'm not going to hear the end of this for a while. I will be right back. Audience, don't go anywhere.
I think I know what this is about.
Yeah, probably.
he's gonna get a spanking.
Nope.
Roommate crap.
Yeah, I might see it.
So, when did you start watching Gundam?
Let's see. I know I've talked about this on a previous show, but I don't mind recapping, especially if there's new people watching.
Yeah. New people.
Person, the one fan we have. Somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody save us. We're actually trapped in your computer. You just get us out.
Yeah, we're trapped in your computer. You save us.
Yeah.
You go on Persona 4 and reach in there and save us and fight our shadows.
Yeah, go into your C drive and delete System 32. That's how you get us out. No, don't do that.
Don't
do that.
Yeah, that's a good way to permanently screw your computer.
Yeah. Goodbye, OS. Let's see. Oh, you're back?
Oh. I hate that guy.
You need to go kill your roommate again?
No, not my roommate. It's his friend. Considering my roommate doesn't technically have a phone to call anybody, he texts me all the damn time. And it's annoying. I've kind of gotten tired.
My brother did that.
Yeah, he texts me like almost every day. It's like, hey, what's your roommate up to? I'm like, really? What do you think he's up to? Absolutely nothing.
Oh.
Just like, hey, can he come over and hang out? Okay, fine.
Don't make a mess of my house.
No, it's not that. Okay.
Don't smoke in my house.
Let's see. Oh, but to answer your question really quick, started watching Gundam when I was like 9. I started with G Gundam, and then that's when I started building all the models from that. Then Wing came out. I didn't like it too much as a kid. Still don't like it too much now, except for Endless Waltz.
I see that.
Then I just got back into the series maybe about a year ago when my friend bought me a model kit from it. And now I got mostly back into it just for the model kits alone. And I actually joined the Modeler Society. But can I make an anime recommendation?
Of course you can.
We do that all the time.
This happened to me yesterday. Like I said, I'm part of a modelers club here in Connecticut.
Right.
And I am the youngest member by far. I'm 22. All the rest of the members are in their 50s, 60s, 70s.
My goodness.
So, yeah, man. Not a lot of people I know out here do models as a hobby.
Right.
So anyway, this guy comes in. He sees the Turn X I brought in because I'm just finishing up a Master Grade Turn X.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Wow, have you ever heard of Armored Trooper Votons?" And I was like, I've heard of it, but I've never watched it. So he's like, go home and watch it and let me know what you think.
Is that anything like VR Trooper?
A little bit of it, and I was like, yo, this is good. This is old, but it is good. I make that recommendation anyway. Well, go watch Armored Trooper Voton.
I know a little bit about what that is. It's kind of correct me if I'm mistaken. It's similar to the best reference I can think of from what I've learned about it is kind of like 8th MS Team. The suits are all vulnerable. They're all like just standard mass produced. There's no super uber weapons or anything.
Yeah, they're just like body armor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The kit, because he gave me a kit of a scope dog from the series, and these kits are not cheap.
Yeah.
And he just said, have it, I know you like the series and I want to see you build this. And I was like, wow, thank you. But the kits are 120 scale and they're about the size of a Master Grade Gundam. Wow. So you can imagine how big they are. But these things are so detailed. I can't wait to give this thing a very weathered, rustic look to it. Like it's really seen maybe some bullet holes here and there because, it's a cool series for what it is. I'm trying to branch out and try to watch other mech series. I tried to watch the movie of 5 Star Stories, and it is weird. It is really weird. The art style is very much like Vampire Hunter D. Very feminine, like triangular looking characters. Almost kind of similar to like Aeon Flux.
Right.
It's not really that bad in any way. It just never really caught my eye. And of course, obviously, I want to get into like Macross and the whole Robotech thing.
Yeah.
I suggest my anime suggestion of the day for Super Robot anime, Gigantor. I'm just going old school with Gigantor.
You can't go wrong with Gigantor.
That's literally like the first robot anime I ever saw. I remember when Adult Swim played it like at 5:30 in the morning.
Oh yeah, I think it's also the first robot anime if you don't count Astro Boy, which I think was the first anime.
It is.
I think I know what you're talking about. Well, if we're gonna do mech recommendations, I haven't seen the entire series, but I've seen the 2 Pat Labor movies. Those are pretty cool. I love the mech design in those.
Oh, those are cool.
Yeah. I want to get a model kit of one of them, but...
You can. If you go to Gundam Plant, they have one.
Yeah, there are quite a few places I can go to get them. It's just...
I would recommend this anime, but I forget what the name of it is. I just saw it like 4 or 6 episodes in my anime club. It was about a robot that basically they fell to Earth, and it had been so long that they didn't know where Earth was. And crap, I just spoiled the whole anime because you don't find that out that they're on Earth until the end.
That's okay. I'll probably forget. If you remember
It's
the
like
name, just tell me.
Giganto or something like that.
Yeah.
It was really cool. Because the whole thing was like the robot was sentient too, but it was also piloted.
Well, let's see. I know it was like maybe a month or so. Well, maybe not quite a month ago, but I finished Old Noah 0, which was pretty interesting. The ending happened, and I was like, what happened right now? That's it? We're done? Okay. That was fun.
So, St. Andrew, I have a question for you. Titan or Ayug?
Definitely Ayug. After seeing the freaking stuff that the Titans did, like, I think I hate them, like, the most out of any faction in Gundam, like, ever.
Yeah.
I just hate the Titans. Like, you go ahead and gassing whole colonies. They're literally the ISIS of Gundam.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, I said that.
Oh, look, how topical we're being right now. No.
I'm sticking my pinky out while drinking tea.
I'm actually thinking about changing, like, my main picture for the podcast for a while to be the one that I have as my Facebook picture. Just because that one looks so cool.
Wow.
The picture of the Noble Gundam? No, Gundam Rose holding the French flag.
Oh, that's my Facebook
like the city
profile
burns
picture.
behind
No
it.
shit.
Yeah, no kidding. The both of you.
I know that. Well, hey,
I know.
It's topical for the tragedy that happened, and it's still showing support.
Yeah.
I still don't think we should be carpet bombing the entire country.
Yeah, let's not get too political, shall we? The only politics I want to hear about are Gundam politics. I hear enough about normal real-world politics. It normally bothers me. It's like, I don't want to hear...
I've been thinking about starting up my own podcast for a while.
Started their whole thing by beating the crap out of Bright Noah.
What did you say, Sananju?
Oh, I'm sorry. I talked over somebody. I feel like an ass.
When has that ever stopped you?
Oh, I see. There, sir.
Go ahead.
I'm telling my
Restate
dad.
what you were saying.
Yeah, go tell your daddy.
I will, and he'll look at me and be like, "Leave me alone."
You can go say what you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
I've been thinking for a while, like, I still want to be a member of this podcast. Of course I will be.
Yeah.
But I actually want to possibly start up my own. Obviously, you guys would be invited. And, of course, maybe we can make like a sublink. But I want to make a podcast where we can literally talk about anything.
Okay.
Like, the other thing is that, you know, I think I've mentioned this before, but you know, I curse like a sailor. It's just how I grew up. So obviously over there I'll just talk like I normally do. Obviously here I keep it pretty PG. For respect of any younger viewers we may have, or maybe some people who just, you know, don't like cursing and whatnot. But again, I'll have a podcast where we can literally talk about anything, social commentary or whatever, and you know, maybe just a different change of pace. I might also be changing my name and picture at some point in the future. Like I like it now, but I kind of want to promote the animation that my friend and I are doing, like a cross promotion thing, because we're working really hard on it, and we have a new skit coming out soon that's based on Transformers. Cool. So once that's done, maybe that would be a good way to segue into what I do normally.
Yeah.
If you need like a voice actor for that, I could always help.
We are always looking for extra voices, because right now it's literally just me and my friend, and he kind of relies on me to do a whole repertoire of different voices, and it's really hurting my vocal cords because I had to go from doing Barney Rubble to Optimus Prime.
Oh boy.
Hey. Peter Cullen has had to do that with going from Eeyore to Optimus Prime, so...
Yeah, but his voice is just... Peter Cullen's voice is just so deep normally. Like, he doesn't have to do it. He is such a nice guy, too. Like, he really is.
Peter Cullen and Frank Welker are both, like, the nicest people. And so is Scott McNeil. Scott McNeil is, like, the coolest dude on the entire planet.
Yeah. Yeah, I could help, too. Just, you know, give me the time and the place, and I'll see what I can do.
Who do you voice that sounds like Barney Rubble?
Yeah, I don't know. I could just, like... God. I think I can do. I can probably do it right now. Just give me a second.
Hey, Fred.
Hey, Fred, you're still fat.
That wasn't too bad. That was actually pretty good.
Master Megatron, I am here to serve you.
I have no idea who he's trying to be.
I think he's trying to be Starscream.
Starscream's a lot more high-pitched and whiny than that.
I can be more high-pitched and whiny. That wasn't supposed to be Starscream. That was supposed to be generic Decepticon grunt number 4.
Perfect!
It kind of sounded like some variation of Starscream, but either way...
It was either Starscream or it was going to be... I was going to say, like, maybe Shockwave or something.
Starscream from Transformers Prime has this really low raspy voice, like he smoked like 20 packs of cigarettes before he went in.
I loved what Prime was. Prime was absolutely exceptional as a series, and it linked back into earlier series. I do like
the new RID and how it linked with Prime. I just hated the fact that it was on at so early in the morning that nobody wants to watch it.
Yeah, that's a problem. I liked Prime, but I only have one complaint through that series, and that was the whole premise with it happened in pretty much every Transformers related situation. Bumblebee not being able to talk and only being able to do like honks and horns and using his radio. That's really annoying.
Yeah, that was because I think so many people liked what Michael Bay did in his films, and I think they were they even made like, you know,
that made it into the canon. Like the overall and structuring canon. But now he can speak again because he fell into the goo of whatever. I forget what it was called because it's been so long.
It was some kind of like liquid energon thing.
Yeah, they did that with Fall of Cybertron too.
I think it was the Omega Lock or something like that.
Yeah. Well, you know, Transformers Prime is a sequel to Fall of Cybertron.
Yes.
Oh.
Which I thought was cool because I love those games. Like, I was like, wow, these are really well done. And I guess we're still on topic because we're talking about Transformers. And that is, you know, kind of mech. It's robot.
It is mech related. So, this isn't an entire mech, 100% mech podcast. We'll talk about whatever tickles our fancy and nerddom. I mean, last week we didn't even talk that much about Gundam that much. Oh, we did, but
I have a Transformers belt, so
Yeah, I'm honestly thinking about putting Autobot decals on my car and making it into Cliff Jumper.
ooh.
Because it's a red Ford Taurus, so I figure like, yeah, the car's gonna die at some point anyway. I might as well make it look cool because it's not even like a kind of car that I would sell off to anybody. I would probably just junk it or at least strip it for parts. So I might as well just have fun with it.
I still have a figure of Cliff Jumper from the Fall of Cybertron game.
yeah.
Man, that was a good that's a good figure. I lost its hands somewhere.
Okay. All right. I actually did have one thing I wanted to talk about that wasn't pertaining to Iron-Blooded Orphans. And there was another thing that Magnus was talking to me about earlier. We'll discuss that too, but
Okay.
I kind of want to do a little bit of a tirade on the website Gundam Info, particularly their YouTube channel, because at least the stuff that I want to try to watch.
So anything that isn't
unavailable.
Build Fighters.
Yeah, anything that isn't Build Fighters or Seed is unavailable, or they've been removing it from the channel.
As much as I like Build Fighters, I've seen it through 4 times.
I've seen the first season at least three times, and I've seen the second one at least 2 times through.
Second season kind of sucks.
It's not. It's not as good.
Super Fumina kind of ruined it.
Oh yeah. No, that's not what ruined it for me. It was the rivalries that ruined it. It wasn't nearly as intense. The only time when it wasn't intense was when the Majin showed up. That was it. That's the only time when I saw the intensity back again.
Well, he has tango music. That's already intense enough. He has tango ballet music.
But no, I wanted to do stuff like... well, it would be easier to watch Iron-Blooded Orphans, but it's not available in the US. But there's other places to go and see that. But I wanted to try one more time to at least attempt to watch G-Reco again. I've only seen 2 episodes, and I wanted to give it a more fair shot and watch it all the way through before forming a final thought on it, aside from my initial thoughts being like, what the freaking heck was that? What did I just watch? Because it breezed by so quickly, I was just like, ah.
The insane ramblings of a senile old man trying to troll his fan base.
Yeah. But that was just something that I was just going to bring up. It's like, I want to watch Gundam on Gundam Info. Why can't I?
Stupid
You're an
international.
American swine. And how dare you not live in Asia?
That's kind of their mentality, sadly.
Yeah. We've discussed that before. That's pretty much their entire mentality and everything that they do.
Yeah.
But
I follow this guy on YouTube. I don't remember his name. I think this is his actual name. I think his name's like Ryan something. He's a guy who's been living in Japan for like 15 years.
yeah.
And he like makes videos saying like, I work here, I'm married here, and while this country does have a lot of cool things to offer, he pretty much like makes videos that he like forwards them with, I know you weeaboos are going to get mad when I talk bad about Japan, but you have to hear this.
Yeah.
And he makes it, and he's really like level, and he's like, look, like this place isn't as cool as you think it is after you've stayed for a while.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing if you visit for a vacation, but it's another thing if you have to live there for an extended period of time.
Legally, it's illegal to be there with with more than a 31-inch waistline.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's their law. There's a law on being fat against being fat. I'm like, I'm 30. I have a 34. I have like a 33-inch waist, so.
I got you both. I don't know about both, but I'm not going to make any assumptions. Wow, I just kind of misspoke. I have a 44-inch waist, but I'm also like 6'5".
Yeah.
So I'm just a wall of a human being.
He's 46 and he's like 5'6".
Yeah, I haven't measured my waistline, and I don't really plan to. I know I'm a big person,
do you
though.
wear?
Huh?
Answer this. What size pants do you wear?
That's an intimate question, and I don't feel obligated to say anything.
Okay. Well,
I'll just say that I probably would not fit under their, particular law about fat people. I'll just say it.
I don't. I think I'm skinny, probably skinnier than you are, so.
Probably. Most people are. I'm not that obese, but I'm chubby. I know that.
You're not nearly as big as my brother. I can tell you that much.
I have accepted my chubbiness. I try not to be overweight.
I'm at the gym all the time. I want to become ripped.
Yeah, I've considered gym things before, or trying to exercise more, at the very least. But
oh my god, dude, it's so much fun because once you start getting that like adrenaline rush from working out, it's so rewarding. You just want to keep doing it. Like you go to bed, you're like okay, and then you wake up in the morning and like right now my arms are killing me. But once they heal, you just feel them get bigger, and you're just like, "Oh yeah, this is good." And I don't know, man. It just should be something that everyone does just to stay healthy. But you can really get some good enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of doing, is just exercising more so I could get healthier. I have a few friends that are major, gym buffs. They go to the gym a lot. They do a lot of exercising and whatnot. Megazord is one of them. And then there's a couple of my other friends too. One of them, I think he spends too much... Well, one, he works at a gym in the area. So, obviously, he has plenty of time to work out because he not only works there, he's there. But, I don't know. To me, sometimes I feel like he's putting a little bit too much effort into that gym stuff, but...
Oh, you can definitely go overboard with it. Like, I see these guys who are at the gym, and there's the guys that are absolutely huge, and you can tell when they're obviously doing something artificially, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you have the people who work out who don't know what they're doing.
Yeah,
and
I probably would have fallen into that category right there.
Well, there's people who honestly don't know, who you can kind of be like, you can kind of like help them out if you want, like, hey, talk to them for a bit. And then, say like, because I've done that, I'll be like, oh, hey, why don't you try it like this. And then they're like, oh, that's better. But then you have the people who look way too confident in what they're doing, and it's wrong. I watched a guy try to do, it was hard to describe for any layman, but pretty much he was doing this exercise while half of his body was on the ground, and it was completely wrong. Like, he seriously could have injured his back doing it, but he was so into it, and I was just like, just let him do it. If he gets hurt, he'll know he was doing that the wrong way. So I don't interfere with people, or the people who curl a weight and they just move their arms slightly back and forth like 2 inches, and they're like, yeah, look how much I'm lifting. It's like, that doesn't count. You have to do full extensions.
Right.
You mean like dude bros? At least I think that's what they're called.
I don't
dude
know.
Bros.
Dude bros.
Oh yeah. You have the dude bros, and then you just have the people who just don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. I don't think my friend is that extreme. He just spends a lot of time there, and he's working there, so...
Well, yeah, that's different.
And doing other work, too, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Hotels should have bigger cups.
Hotels should have bigger cups?
Especially the Super 8.
Sometimes those hotels aren't very good.
Hotels also have the worst gyms, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, this gym here is literally just a exercise bike and a treadmill.
Yeah.
That is pathetic.
I've seen better... normally... What is it? In hotels, it's normally a little better. I've seen some pretty... It may not be the most extensive gym, but, they got bikes, they have weight rooms, and a few other things at the very least, but...
Yeah.
It's
hey
just
guys,
there.
I got to get going. I got to make some phone calls, and I got to go to sleep. But,
Okay.
you know, it was really nice being on. I do appreciate you guys calling me despite my tight work schedule and being behind.
Yeah,
I'm going
don't worry
to
about
try
it.
to adjust my hours and my time frame so I can keep up with you guys and have more time to be on the show. But, you know, as of right now, with me not having completely steady work, it's kind of difficult.
Hey, don't worry about it, man.
Well, you guys have a great night. I won't keep you from discussing Iron Blooded Orphans, and I will watch this episode after I catch up.
All right.
Alrighty.
All right, have a good night.
Good night.
You too. See ya.
Okay.
And then there were two.
Yep, just two.
So do you want to talk about Tomino first?
Sure. Sure.
Tomino the troll.
Tomino the Troll. Let's talk about Tomino the Troll for a brief moment. Then we'll do a recap.
Okay. Yoshiyuki Tomino, the 74-year-old troll, the guy who came out and said, "Hey guys, unicorn's non-canon because I don't like it." Or he outright said that Gundam the Origin sucks, and that if you like it, you're not a true fan of the Universal Century.
I you know what? Before we go any further, I have to ask Tomino what the heck he's smoking. You know, I just have to ask that proverbial question. Tomino, what are you smoking? Because I think a lot of other people want it. Not me personally, but I'm sure there's plenty of other people who would love to get high off whatever crap you're on. Because you are high as a freaking kite. I read that article, too. I can't remember what it was, and I'm not even going to bother linking it, but he was talking about... What was it? He was saying that Unicorn and Origin's quality was bad. And I was like, excuse me?
Compared to G-Reco? Or, I think it was saying anything else in the Universal Century. I'm sorry, but compared to the modern day anime,
Yours falls very, very short at this point.
especially seeing that yours was made in the late 70s and early 80s.
Well, no, not really that, but G-Reco had old animation style.
Yeah. I liked that it had old animation style. That was cool. But G-Reco is far from being the best thing ever.
I don't even know if we can hold... considering that right now I can't even finish watching it, so I have no idea. At this point, with just the 2 episodes I saw, I wouldn't normally say this, but I think Destiny had its first 2 episodes were better and better paced. Age is better paced.
What I didn't like about G-Reco was the fact that it needed assault packs and stuff. I'm like, really? I didn't like it when C did this. I'm certainly not going to like it when you need to add booster rockets or more guns to your machine. When you can't just, pick up a different gun, or upgrade, or have an actual, like... Because I don't like the backpacks. The backpack thing always looked stupid.
Yeah.
And then you go on to say the G Lucifer had a fully working Moonlight Butterfly. I'm like, what? Really? Wasn't the guy who ran the G Lucifer? I thought I gotta look that up now.
I really don't know. I think Tomino in his age has kind of lost it a little bit, because if you think about it, what was it, about a year or so ago, he bashed Attack on Titan. Because, 1, it was popular, and 2, he didn't like the attention it was getting. Now...
we might bash on it sometimes, but that's just because we're kids, basically.
I don't bash Attack on Titan at that level. I agreed with some of his complaints about, like, some of the more gruesome imagery and whatnot. I understand it's not for everyone. But the show was decent. And Tomino doesn't know what he's doing, I think, at this point.
Oh my god, this is what the G Lucifer looks like? Ew! No! Why does this exist?
Some of the designs...
This is ugly!
Some of the designs for G-Reco are weird. They were severe departures. I don't hate the idea of severely departuring from... more mainstream Gundam stuff, and trying something new with Gundam. I don't hate that all the time, but it's how it's handled.
Okay, this 3D model, this actual picture of the model kit looks a lot better than the anime art.
I mean, G-Reco has...
It's got like 3 butt cannons.
Yeah, some of the designs are just like off the wall weird. Almost to the point it's like, this isn't even a mobile suit anymore. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Oh, they're funnels. They're giant funnels. But it has 5 articulated fingers.
Well, we could... what was it? Tomino was talking about how G-Reco is supposed to be
500 years after
Turn A Gundam.
I'm like, how on earth does technology get that advanced in 500 years?
Well, you'd be surprised what could happen in 500 years. That's not my problem. My problem was last time I checked, Turn A was supposed to be like some sort of focal point that connected all alternate Gundam universes together.
It was supposed to be the be-all, end-all of all Gundam series, period.
Yeah, basically. It was supposed to be... well, it is technically probably Tomino's last really good work that he's done in a long time. It's probably his swan song, but considering they keep bringing him back for random stuff, he just can't stop. He has to keep trying new things.
No, I'm going to say Ring of Gundam was decent, though. If you've actually seen Ring of Gundam.
I have not seen that.
Holy crap, this custom version of the G Lucifer looks a lot better than the normal one. That's only because somebody decided to give it a solid paint scheme that doesn't make it look like it's not purple, dark purple, and cream.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't ever like the Quill Bay, because I didn't like its paint scheme. Or
yeah.
that.
But I think Tomino has kind of lost his way a little bit mentally. I mean, he is old. And when you get up there in years, you might, lose some steps. But I think he's gone full-blown senile in his old age. He has completely lost his mind.
Yeah, I'm going to agree.
Of course, considering he's a creator, of course he's going to try and do his best to defend G-Reco as much as possible. I get that. No, actually, he freely admitted that it was bad. Or that he did stupid stuff.
He finally admitted that it was bad, then he didn't know what he was doing.
There is a lot of vibrating coming from your side.
That would be the heater starting up.
Oh, joy. Oh well. There's nothing I can do about it. Yeah.
It'll go on for for like a minute or two, and then it'll go off and take a while. It's just decided that it's cold in here.
Right. But yeah, Tomino is nuts. I mean, I don't know anybody personally who's finished G-Reco, so... Or at least that I'm aware of.
This is the man who keeps yelling at Bandai at Sunrise for censoring him when he wanted to kill off children in I'm surprised you never actually made Hathaway's Flash into a like anime.
Yeah. There's probably a reason for that.
Because it would be creepy.
Yeah, probably.
It's like, oh, yeah, I'm Hathaway Noah. I'm sitting in jail after my dad adopted me back in 0079, and I murdered a commanding officer. And now my dad decided to kill me. And my last vision is that the girl that I loved, who tried to get in bed with both Amuro and Char, tells me she never loved me. Like,
that is weird.
You know, there's a reason why you got depressed, and I don't think it's about Bandai. I think you're just crazy.
Yeah, he might just be crazy. Especially at this point, he may just be plumb loco.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any sanity left in the old codger at this point.
Since there was any in his head in 1979.
What?
Who says there was any in his head back in 79 anyways?
I think that he was far more cognitive back then.
I mean...
He's crazier now than he's ever been. He's had issues with Bandai for years. And I think his last two things, like Turn A and also the more current one, G-Reco, is his attempt to basically... it could be his attempt to kind of piss them off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Because Turn A, I think, was a pretty good success. It wasn't for everybody, but a lot of people did like it.
I kind of wish Turn A had a lot more model kits than just... Because I want something like the Wadam and stuff like that, even though I don't know how they would properly stand.
Right.
Because those things look cool, and I would like a WAD. Because those things look adorable.
Okay. Well, maybe now we can
talk about 6 and 7 of Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Yep. Just the two of us. Why am I echoing?
Just the two of us. Only the two of us. I don't know the rest of the song.
I'm echoing through your thing, I think.
It could be. There's nothing hanging up on the walls, so it could be very echoey in here.
I don't know. It wasn't before. Now it is.
Is that better?
I don't know. Nope, I can still hear my own thoughts out loud. What the heck? Okay.
Maybe if I put my headphone in.
That might help.
Any better?
Okay. Yeah, that's better. I can't hear myself now. It's distracting when I can hear an echo of what I'm saying. It's like, that's annoying. Okay, yeah, so... Episode recap for 6 and 7 of Iron-Blooded Orphans.
There was no corn in these episodes.
There was no what?
No corn.
No corn. Where corn?
There's a mafia on Jupiter. The mafia of the world this universe lives on Jupiter.
Yes.
And also, just so you guys can all never unthink it, the ship looks like a shrimp. That was quoted in the episode, and I never thought about it before then.
In episode 7, yeah, the girl said it looked like the Will-O-Wisp looks like a ship. Or a shrimp.
She was cute.
Yeah. Also, we found out that there's a grand total of 72 Gundams in total. Just Gundams. Just Gundams alone. There are 72 of them.
And Galileo continues to be submissive to our Char clone.
Of course he does. It's his job. He's a subordinate. He has to follow orders. Those who don't follow orders get shot. No,
And we also see that the lady that I'm gonna call her the main blonde lady's her name just escapes me.
what?
Her keeper. Cordelia's keeper, essentially.
Claudia's keeper.
Hold on. Sorry, I had to let my mom in.
I see. That's fine.
I had to let my mom in.
I got it. We will return in a moment after these messages. It's fine.
Okay, so yeah, these are two really good episodes too.
Yeah, I think so. Found out that we found out that Mika wasn't the only kid that can't read. There's a lot of them, or a fair amount of them that can't read.
Well, when they're called human garbage, I guess you don't expect them to be able to learn how to read and write.
True. But the fact that Claudia and Arda volunteered to teach them how to read and write, I like that. That was really interesting. Actually, that was the bulk of most of episode 6, was just like Mika learning how to read and write. It was very normal.
I want to learn how to read.
Huh?
I like how he just came out and asked, like, I want to learn how to read.
Yeah, out of the blue. He never thought about doing this before, and he's just like, you know what? Since it's been brought up to the conversation, you know what? I want to learn how to read. Sure, why not? It's like, why? So that I can read more books. So then I can also help with the maintenance of the mobile suits. Logical.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
When you peel your thing off, you can go put it in the pile.
There's a pile.
Oh, there's only one over there, though. My mom got herself a drink from McDonald's.
Ah.
So it's football stickers.
Ah.
Got a quarter pounder with cheese.
Yay! This podcast is not sponsored by McDonald's.
It's not sponsored by Jack's either.
It's not sponsored by anybody, sadly. Someone sponsor me! I want money.
It's both. We need money.
We need cash. Actually, I don't know if I'd ever monetize the podcast. Because then I have to divvy the money up between everybody, and considering that in YouTube money, that means pretty much nobody gets anything. It'd be pointless. Unless I put it like in a separate savings account or something and used it for an opportunity for everybody to meet, maybe?
Yeah, that would actually be an interesting thing, saving it for all of us to meet.
Yeah, that would probably be the only thing I would do that for. It's similar to what Potaku does with their podcast. The money all goes to it doesn't go to each person, it just goes into a, I guess, joint savings thing, and they just save it up for when they go to conventions and stuff so they can meet together.
You know, I'm starting to kind of wish that Iron-Blooded Orphans was each like an hour. They so want to make this a 52-episode series. They're basically begging for it in how they set this up.
Probably.
So it's like one episode of story, another episode is basically just giant battle.
Right.
And, I guess this is an important plot point. The Gundam got wrecked.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's...
Because I was shocked when the V-fin got blown up. I'm like, how many times in Gundam has a V-fin been blown apart like that?
Yeah. I was going to talk about something else real quick, actually, is that we learned a little bit more as to the reason why Orga is as reckless as he is when it comes to his decision making and whatnot. The reason why he takes the big risks opposed to doing what a normal commander would do. And it's that I kind of like the way that he said it's like, I can't fail those eyes. It's like Mika constantly watching him and looking at him. It's like, what's next?
The bromance is growing.
In a sense, yes.
We're talking about Gundam. That's what we were talking about when I said the bromance is growing.
Oh, this will be this will definitely be probably one of my weirder podcast episodes, won't it?
Yes.
I already know it. I already know it. I mean, it's just me and you at this point.
That's why it's going to be hilarious at the end if Kudelia and Atra don't end up with Mikasa.
Oh my gosh, please don't. Please, for the love of all that is good and decent, please don't give the fangirls any more ammunition. They
Then
got
again,
enough.
according to everybody else I've talked to, Atra's too pure.
Okay. Sure. She's too kind and innocent. Please don't smash her hopes and dreams. Although the mafia boss, I have a nickname.
Awesome.
Yeah, he was pretty cool. But I have a nickname for him. I'm gonna call him Fancy Dan. I'm gonna just call him Fancy Dan until I actually memorize his name, which I probably won't because he's a side character. But I'm gonna call him Fancy Dan.
I forget what the character's name was. If you've seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood all the way through, you know him. The dude that looks exactly like him that had the Philosopher's Stone like in his tongue.
Yeah. I also think that I'm not going to say that he's similar to Shirako yet, but he's pretty darn close, except for that he doesn't have the same, weird, creepy demeanor. But
he was actually like, oh, these people aren't jerks. These are just a bunch of kids that are trying to do their job. Well, we're gonna help them.
No, he said that he would help them because he got boarded. He got his plan failed. He didn't get nowhere. He got caught at gunpoint, and he's like, "Okay, fine, yep, we'll help you. We just don't want you to shoot me. Please don't."
We'll help you. Gallahorn also kind of sucks. Your plans kind of suck when you're going like, okay, we need to help basically space pirates to help us defeat these two guys in a mobile suit. And this one dude who's like the best military expert ever.
Yeah.
So have you seen that picture that has like that basically sums up episodes 1 through 7 in like a bunch of pictures?
No. You'll probably have to link me the video or something.
I gotta find the picture. It's like what I expected, what I saw, what we got.
Oh. Yeah, the reason why Fancy Dan reminded me
It had a picture of Hitler on it too.
Oh, wait, no, actually, I think I did see that picture. I was like, oh my goodness. The reason why Mr. Fancy Dan reminded me of Shirako is because almost his entire crew is women, as far as we can tell. So this guy likes to be surrounded by women, similar to how Shirako likes to be surrounded by women.
Which Gundam anime was Shirako from?
Zeta.
Oh, yeah.
Paptimus Shirako.
Oh!
How
did I forget about that dude? That dude was a jerk.
And insane. He's crazy. He had like this crazy look in his eyes.
And they were both from Jupiter.
Oh, look, another reference.
And they both had purple hair.
No, the Fancy Dan has black hair. Shirako, yes, has purple hair, but
I thought Fancy Dan was the dude in like the. You know what else he reminds me of?
Who?
Michael Jackson in the Smooth Criminal video. That's
true.
Kamen Rider Skull. Because Kamen Rider Skull's human form dresses exactly like that. And it's awesome. I just hope that at some point he just looks at one of the Galahorn guys and he's like, you know what, dude? It's time to count up your sins. And does the whole finger thing, too. That would be, like, the greatest thing that could ever happen.
Yeah. Okay. Although, yeah, I would say that the Gundam battle that in episode 7 was probably one of the more brutal ones that they've had to fight in.
Oh, yeah.
It was.
They almost lost. I mean, Akihiro, like, almost died.
Oh, yeah, he was inches away from death, and I was like, no, not Akihiro. He's so awesome.
I'm actually surprised none of the main characters have died yet.
Not yet.
Except for Frank.
Who?
Frank, the guy who died in the duel.
You said Frank.
I thought I said Crank.
I kept on hearing Frank. I was like, who's Frank? I don't remember a pilot by the name of Frank. Who's Frank? Okay, but yeah. No, both episodes were pretty good. If you've been missing Iron Blooded Orphans, what are you doing?
Why are you here?
Why are you watching this episode of the podcast? Why'd you click this video?
Why are you whipping it like Spider-Man to the video?
Well, I'm sorry, what about Spider-Man?
Why aren't you whipping it?
Why aren't you thwipping it? Thwip! Thwip it good.
Actually, know what the whipping is?
I don't know. All I know is that it's potentially trademarked by Marvel.
The whipping is like is supposed to be the noise that he shoots out that happens when he uses his web shooter.
Right.
I don't know where I was going with that.
I have no idea where I'm going with anything right now. I'm just like,
so
I don't know what I'm doing.
Any new model kits recently?
Nope.
Same here.
Nope, not at this point. I'm still waiting on Lightning Zeta, and it's not here. And I don't know when it'll be here, if ever. At this point, I could order it from somewhere else, and I could probably have it here before the one I already ordered is.
And then you can ship it to me.
I could, but I'm not going to be buying two of them. Once I have one, I'm not buying another.
Well, if you buy the second one, why would you cancel your order if it's already been shipped?
I don't even know if it has been shipped. The people at that are the what is it? What's the word? The
incompetent.
Not the comic book store where I got my RX-78, but their distributor is stupid. Incredibly stupid. I got the RX-8 after 3 months of waiting. When it should have been, I
shipped mine when I ordered mine and shipped mine way after you and got it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly kind of my point. It's really weird. And I've been asking the people at the arcade, that's also the comic store, it's like, hey, has it shown up? Is it on the list? When can I anticipate its arrival? And they're like, sorry, man, it's still not here. It's like, I ordered them both at the same time. They're in the same magazine. Why is it not here? And right now, all I'm doing
You
is...
ordered this thing back in August?
Yeah. I ordered it in August, and it was supposed to be it was supposed to ship out by September, I think. I don't know.
And then now it's almost the 20th of November.
Yep. I know. Crazy, isn't it?
I would call the distributor and be like...
They've been trying to contact them because it's not just my model kit that's running late. There's a crap ton of other stuff that hasn't arrived for a lot of different people, and they're kind of getting annoyed that they're not being treated probably like all the other people they distribute for.
Is it a Japanese distributor or is it in the States?
It's in the States. It's the Diamond distributor. The people who distribute comic books and stuff. They distribute a lot of different things, but Diamond is incredible. I don't know if it's Diamond itself or if it's one of their warehouses, wherever they keep their warehouses. All I know is that some of their warehouses are incredibly slow, is my only guess. And I don't know why, but I'm...
Not happy.
Well, no, I'm not happy about that, but right now I'm looking at Twitter for no apparent reason. Seeing what's going on.
Any new Gundam news, Surge Up?
What, on Twitter?
I don't know if you get any news of the Gundam on Twitter.
Not particularly. I don't think so. Well, it was, yeah, I do follow Gundam Planet, so sometimes they have news, but it's not very interesting. Bandai Namco USA is showing off stuff about the new Digimon game. And they're all like, hey, can you name the Digimon in this little clip? Well, let's see. I see Terriermon and Angemon. That's about it. Not exactly tough. That was actually incredibly easy. Yeah.
I always liked Terriermon.
Yeah, he's cute. Yeah, there's a lot of...
Mostly because it was an annoying green bunny who liked to fight.
Momentai.
Who was supposed to be like a pacifist, but he also liked to beat the crap out of things.
Actually, no, he wasn't so much a pacifist. His tamer was the pacifist, and he didn't want him fighting because he was scared. And Terriermon's just, come on, let me at him. I want to fight. Give me that opportunity, and I'll punch him in the face. Basically, he's like, let me fight. Stop holding me back. Let me battle.
And then he evolves into a giant Gundam with a giant rabbit with jeans and handguns and miniguns for hands.
Yeah. There's lots of other
Japan's just weird.
Yeah. The first thing what happened when I went onto Twitter though is it was like highlighting stuff and it's showing Markiplier with his new puppy. It's like, oh, isn't that
You know
adorable?
what they should do? We should get like the Gundam version of Highlander.
A Highlander Gundam?
Yes. Do like a Gundam series, but like Highlander, where they have like sword fights to the death for power. Or like a Pure Wish or something like that.
Huh. Interesting.
Why? What should I do?
That stuff in my way.
What's going on?
I moved the coffee table so I could take the pull-out mattress out.
Well, I really don't have anything else to add to the podcast right now.
Neither do I.
It's been a weird week.
It's a weird week, and the two of us just like to go off tangent.
We're incredibly off tangent right now. I think we'll just cut here and whatnot. So, because I don't I'm tired. I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. You know, leave us likes, comments, subscribe, all that stuff. Subscribe for this rather random podcast episode that has very little content or whatever.
See you next time. Same podcast time, same podcast channel.
More than likely. We'll see.
That didn't sound as cool as you did in Batman.
Yeah, that's because I actually did a Batman one. It's like same bat time, same bat channel. You gotta stick with it. You gotta commit to the Batman thing. If you're gonna do the Batman thing, just commit and say do the Batman one.
Mm-hmm.
Or unless you have something really clever. Anyway, guys, bye.
Bye.